Thank you for accepting the interview. Where are you guys actually from?
We're from California, Monterey Bay.
What brought you in Japan so far?
I've been to Japan. The first time I traveled overseas was to Japan because I was looking for culture shock, and Japan was like completely different than anything I'm used to, and I fell in love with it. So my wife, she had never been here, so I wanted to bring her here, and now we're exploring Japan together. So yeah, we're having
I
fun.
love it so far.
You love it so far?
Yeah.
What thing you love so far?
Well, the people, I mean, it's clean than, in California and everywhere that we've been to.
If you compare with the Cali, it's more clean.
It's way more clean
Yes.
over here. Yeah, for sure. Like
With the countries that we've been to, like,
Yeah.
you can...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By far like the cleanest country in Asia. Yeah. So we went like even San Francisco. I mean, you go to San Francisco and San Francisco is just tore up and dirty and so stinky. And in Japan, I noticed like every morning they have workers out here cleaning all the streets and making it clean and presentable. So that's what I really enjoy about Japan because it's just a nice place to enjoy the architecture, the cleanliness, and the food. Very delicious.
Thanks for saying that, yeah. What else you want to try as this trip in Japan?
We want to go to well next we're going to get on the Shinkansen. We want to get on the bullet train. So we're gonna ride that to Kyoto, and we want to see the temples in Kyoto and the shrines and stuff like that. So that's a big thing that we're excited for.
I think we're gonna spend 4 days in Kyoto, and then after that we're gonna go to Osaka.
That should be fine, yeah.
Right. Tokyo is like a huge city, so I mean it's a big metropolitan area. It comprises many different prefectures and all that stuff. So it takes a lot of time to explore Tokyo. But we're excited to kind of go to some of the other cities because all I've seen was Tokyo. I haven't seen Osaka or Kyoto, so we're pretty excited.
Is it your first time to visit in Japan? Or?
No, this is my second time. It's her first
My
time.
first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time I came to Japan, I was in Tokyo for only a week, and I went back home, and it was not enough. There was not enough time, so this time we're doing 3 weeks. One thing that we wish we could do, but maybe next time, is go to northern Japan. We'd like to go to like Hokkaido and stuff like
Yeah.
that, because that's like very highly recommended by a lot of people to go to Hokkaido for like the cheeses and dairy products and stuff like that. Japanese cheese is like really good. So
you said you want to try to go Hokkaido, but
Yeah.
how did you know like this information? Like,
Oh, we
did
went to like a bar in Golden Guy, and then the lady over there told us about the specialty of each city. So in Osaka, I think they're
okonomiyaki.
okonomiyaki, and then in Hokkaido the cheese.
Right.
Yeah. So one of the other places we're going to go to is we're going to Kobe. We're going to go to Kobe.
So wait, you will go Kyoto, Kobe, Osaka, and then
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, because we had the JR pass, so we're trying to use it as much as we can. Yeah, because you can only buy the JR pass in the United States. So we have a 14-day pass, and we're going to try to like just travel as much as we can. Yeah, through Japan.
We still have 2 weeks left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks to spend. So
Starting tomorrow, our JR pass is activated, so we'll have like 14 days straight of like free, or not free travel, but included travel that we paid for on the Shinkansen. So yeah, we're excited for that. We're sitting on the side of the train that we'll be able to see Mount Fuji going by, so we'll definitely enjoy that. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock we have our reservation to drive over there. So
we stay there at the hotel.
the
Is it a
Godzilla.
hotel?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we just come out of our hotel room and we're like in the party already.
That's nice to stay there. Yeah? You can come just party. Yeah?
Right. Yeah.
So you're already staying 1 week, but this is your first time. So are there any like surprise or any shock in Japan, like difference between your country and the Japan?
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you one thing about the toilet. The bidet. Yeah. That's in the US, you can't get that, right?
Yeah. Well, you can buy it, but like it's not on every toilet. You can buy it.
Yeah, I know. But then here it's like everywhere you go,
Yeah.
there's a bidet. Even in like McDonald's restrooms, they have a bidet. So that's so crazy.
And another thing is the vending machines. They don't
yeah.
have those in the U.S. and you can use a Suica and just like tap it and then everything works. Like you don't have to use cash. That's something I wish they had in the United States, like cashless payments with your smartphone or your watch.
Like
So
to
it makes
make
it so
everything
easy.
so easy.
Yeah. Like if you're hungry, thirsty, you can go 7-Eleven, use your Suica. You don't have to have any cash. That's pretty nice.
Like just here, right?
Yeah.
It's just right here.
Yeah.
You're surprised in the toilet in the video. You never seen before.
I've seen before, but then it's like I don't know. And then the seats will like automatically warm up for you, so it's like I don't know. I like it. Kind of like I want it for our bathroom
No,
too.
we gotta get it at home, too.
Yeah, when we get back home.
Honestly though, like, also vending machine. You don't have vending machine in United States or like
No, we
difference
have vending
between-
machine, but like not like vending machines like this, where like you have hot drinks, cold drinks.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the vending machines are much nicer over here. The ones in the U.S. are like very simple, like just coins and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not nearly as good as Japan, for sure. Because I know in Japan you could get like a cake inside there, you could get like soup, stuff like that.
That'd be true, yeah.
Yeah,
So in United States, they only have like cold water or
yeah, that's it.
or
Nothing
more
hot. Nothing hot. Maybe like you'll sometimes find it in like in the business, but it's not widely available like it is on the streets over here. So
I don't know vending machine.
yeah, and the 7-Elevens are way better over here.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
In the U.S., it's just like burritos and pizza. That's it.
Yeah.
And over here, you can get like healthy meals. So that's something I wish they had in the U.S.
so you don't have like so much food in your
No,
country.
it's just junk food. It's just like burritos, pizza, and chicken wings. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. And over here, you can get like bento boxes, sandwiches, fried chickens, and all kinds of good stuff. So I wish they had that in the U.S.
What things you would like to bring back to your country? Like anything should be fine, like transportation or culture, spiritual or.
Oh, for me, I'd say the transportation system. Just the transportation system, because over here it's like it makes more sense to take the public transportation because it's faster and you don't have to go through traffic than having a car. It makes way more sense. So then you wouldn't have like so much traffic on the streets like in Los Angeles or San Francisco because everyone would want to use the trains much faster.
And the only option for us is just police car.
Yeah.
Trains and buses are not easily accessible. Yeah. But here, just walking distance, you can find a train, you can find a bus.
If we compare with California, like
Yeah.
there is really huge and it's hard to pick up the transportation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know if like California is like as big as Japan. It's like I think it's like by like landmass. I think they're pretty similar in size.
So transportation and also the toilet.
Yeah, transportation, toilet,
Yeah, toilet.
pretty much everything.
And the ramen.
Japan's like a very good example for like in Asia at least, from the countries we've seen. Like the society is very seamless, very rules oriented, and just functions very well and efficient. Everything's efficient over here.
So it's more on time. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's efficient, on time. There's like very little wasted movement, basically.
And then less garbage everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I was explaining is like you'll see like a lot of garbage right now, but then in the morning it's like all gone already.
That's
clean
true.
it
Yeah.
fast.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Absolutely.
Hope you enjoyed
pleasure.
Tokyo Life.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. You have a good one.
Thanks for accepting interview. How are you doing today?
Oh, we're doing really
Very good.
Yeah.
Weather is nice. We're enjoying the city.
Nice, yeah. Where are you guys actually from?
We're both from Germany.
Germany.
Yes.
Which part of?
Northern part, close to Hamburg.
Hamburg. Nice. What brought you in Japan?
So actually we have a scientific project from my institute with Japanese colleagues, and that's why I'm visiting them next week, but this week is holiday, so we want to see more of the country, visit the cities.
Is it related to your job or?
Yes, it's next week I'm visiting project partners from my job, but this week it's holiday and enjoying the country and the nice weather.
For me, it's pretty much the same. Like, or actually, she had to go to Japan for 1 week, and so we said, let's add some holiday on this. And I'm doing kind of the same. So next week I leave for Hokkaido to also visit some partners there. Yeah.
This is like your business side or just trip?
Yes.
What kind of visit?
We are both working at scientific institutes for in
Agriculture research.
agriculture. Yeah.
Oh, agriculture institute.
Yes.
Oh, that's really nice though.
Yeah.
How's the impression of Japan so far?
Very organized. Very everything is tidy and clean and good structured, and everybody's very polite. And also for me, it's in the cities. I'm really impressed with the difference between like the big cities and very urban, but also very green parks. And now the leaves start to change colors, so it's the contrast in the cities that's very special.
Yeah, and also people are very friendly to us. As, for example, like yesterday, we were standing on the street and like looking at our phones to figure out where to go, and it took like 1 minute or 2 minutes, and then someone was standing right beside us. Hey, do you need help? Do you know which bus to take and everything, or something like this? And that was, yeah, we really got a nice impression of the people.
Really, does people help with
Yes.
Japan?
Yes.
Yes.
Very helpful people. But also we noticed that many, especially younger people in Japan, they speak English very well.
Really?
So, yeah, that's at least our expression. Maybe we picked the right ones. I don't know.
When did you come in Japan?
We did
Last
come
Monday, right?
last Monday, yes, and we will be here till tomorrow for holiday, and then have the meetings for work. So, and then leaving. You're leaving on Wednesday, and I'm leaving on Friday.
Do you go any place? You say you already here for 1 week.
Well, we arrived in Tokyo and then went to Kyoto, and from there, like, we visit Nara as well, and then we came back to Tokyo yesterday, or 2 days ago. We came back to Tokyo, and so yeah.
And you will go to Hokkaido
Yeah.
tomorrow, and I will go to Tsukuba today, and then Sendai.
You go many places though,
Yeah.
even though this
But
2
it's
weeks.
far away, so you need to use the time.
Yeah.
Also, like, do you try Japanese food, and also how's the Japanese food so far?
It's very different. We enjoyed it so far, but for us, we have someone.
I'm not so much into fish, and I think like there's most dishes in Japan include some kind of fish. But well,
But
people
it's
are
very
very
good.
helpful, and like your favorite dish is.
Yeah, I really like cabbage, so I really enjoyed okonomiyaki. And, yeah,
Yeah.
and this I really enjoyed. I'd never eaten something like it until now. It's
Yeah.
really good.
When yesterday we went to a restaurant, the chef was preparing everything in front of us, and
So
it
we
was,
could watch him prepare.
was
That was
like-
very interesting.
yeah,
It's like bowl cooking, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
With hot bread.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Also, you're saying the okonomiyaki, you like it. And
Yeah.
Did you make yourself or?
Myself? No, not yet. Not yet. But we could watch him prepare. So I hope to try to try myself at home. Maybe. I assume not as good as here originally Japanese okonomiyaki, but yeah, really like.
One day you will try.
Yeah.
Other than food, like, what was the most excited thing to do in Japan?
Beside food. Oh,
Or other than food, yeah.
So for me, I always enjoy parks and gardens and everything green. So for me, I really enjoyed that all the cities have a big garden and park culture, and how tidy and neat the Japanese gardens are. I really like that. And also you can, right now, there's some trees flowering that you smell in the air. So I really like that, and also I think it's a good time now because the leaves start changing colors. So that's what I really enjoyed. Also even in the most urban areas of the cities, you can still see part of nature with all the parks with the color transition in the leaves. It's very nice.
Besides that, I really enjoyed the Shinkansen, the fast train.
Yes.
It's like in a plane when you're in there. It's not like in a train. It's more plane. It was really cool experience. Yeah.
What things you would like to bring back to your country, German? Like anything should be fine, like culture or spiritual things.
We would prefer to bring back the punctuality of the train. Which is a big problem in Germany. And some of the dishes, as I said, okonomiyaki, I really enjoyed. I want to try at home.
You said like okonomiyaki maybe,
Okonomiyaki.
and also like the punctuality and these things like it's really impressive. Like everything seemed to work. I'm not sure if it's like every day or we just catch like a good day, but that was really impressive. And if you look around, it's super clean here. We really enjoyed it. People are friendly, and
Yes.
it's a country I can recommend definitely.
Yeah, thanks for saying that. I'm
Yeah.
really happy. And you said the punctuality is really it's good. It's a German is not usually on time.
No,
The
Germans are usually
people
on time.
are usually in time, but not the trains. Our train system is not as good as
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah, so I think actually like in some points Japanese and German are not similar, but pretty much
Yeah.
the same. That's why they work together so good, like in projects in many companies as well. Like you do a lot of projects with Japanese
Yeah.
institutes as well, and we have Japanese partners, and it's always like they are super good organized, and it's like really makes you happy to work together with
And
them.
they're very reliable colleagues. So in project with Japanese partners, when they say we're going to prepare something until this deadline, you can be sure that everything is prepared and ready. And when they say they are going to do something, they really do it. And very structured, and it's very good to. So we really enjoy working together with Japanese project partners.
Thank you for accepting interview.
Thank you very much. Arigato gozaimasu.
That's Japanese. Hope you enjoy interview.
Thank you very much.
To understand what happened actually and to be informed. That's something that is really important. Now, I've just read before you arrived about I forgot the term, but the people who got injured during the bomb. They suffered a lot of discrimination.
Also, parents, I think it's a good idea for parents to bring their child for history and to remember. So in the future we don't do the same thing again.
So thanks for accepting my interview.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
What's your name?
My name is Elias Farhan.
Where are you from?
I'm from Switzerland,
Oh, Switzerland, nice.
the French-speaking part, so Lausanne, not too far from Geneva, so on Geneva Lake.
You also had speak Japanese.
Yeah, just a try.
Very good.
No, it's just little things like in the restaurant, say oishikatta
Good Japanese.
or mecha oishi.
Very delicious.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for saying that. And what do you do for a living?
So I'm a video game developer. I have my own company in Lausanne, Team Kwakwa. From time to time, we go to Tokyo Game Show with my colleague Kevin Peckley. He was there this year. I'm also a game development teacher in Geneva. That's a part-time, so I can also live off my video game development company.
That's good. So you're actually teaching and working.
Exactly. So everything I learned from my experience with my company, I can teach that to my students. And also sometimes that things that would not make sense for my company but are still important, I can learn that to teach it, and then I can use it in my company. So it's both beneficial.
It's really convenient and using good time. Effective, right?
Yeah, and I have a Swiss salary, so I can go on holiday to Japan.
That's really, oh, that's why you came in. You can come in Japan.
Exactly. I mean, it's my fixed time in Japan, and so currently the Swiss franc is pretty high compared to the yen. So for me, it's like everything is cheaper now. So I'm really happy. But I know for a lot of people it's not the case, but for me, I'm really happy.
That's true. Yeah. What's the reason that you came in Japan?
So like the actual reason is to go with my mom on the big holiday, one big last holidays that we can do together before I go on my life as well. And also there was a lot of little things I wanted to visit that I saw friends visit. So I came back just to visit some of them. So for example, Magome, we went yesterday we went to Magome in Gifu prefecture, and we hiked to Tsumago. So that's something I really wanted to do because I went last year to Japan. I did a 5 weeks holiday. But I didn't have time to go there. I did a lot of other things. And then there were some friends who came in October, did Magome, and I was like, shit, I wanted to do that. So I have to come back again and do it again. So that's the specific. Otherwise, I just wanted to have a break. End of the year. That was a big year for me. A lot of positive and negative. And it was a nice way to finish the year in a completely different settings. There's no work, no shigoto, just enjoying my holidays.
Just relax.
Exactly.
Remote from your country.
Exactly. So I went to Kusatsu Onsen as well, to Gero Onsen to relax those past days. So really enjoying Japan.
How was the onsen?
Oh yeah, it was good. So in Switzerland we have also those sort of hot springs, but it's not exactly the same. There's like bubbles. There's also like hot water, but the setting of an onsen where it's really calm. There's not a lot of people shouting. It's not too crowded. It's like perfect. So Kusatsu Onsen, we went to the big open air onsen. That was great. There was no shower, but then you do with what you have. And Gero Onsen, I preferred the setting overall of the village in Kusatsu Onsen. Gero Onsen looked like a sort of big mountain city. But then when I went in the onsen was like really great. Open air as well, and that made my day. So the onsen was like several different kind of bath, and that was perfect. So it's the relaxing. In Switzerland, it's more about switching between cold and hot water. Here a bit less. It's more like really hot water, but also the minerals. It's more important here. So that's something that I enjoy as well.
I think you are in Hiroshima right now.
Yeah.
And then right now you're in the Genpak Dome,
Mm.
piece of memory nearby here.
Mm.
And what did you feel when you see that?
So it's a weird feeling because it's sort of like makes you a bit more serious. I wanted to. I mean, it's my third time here, so it's I don't come to enjoy the place, but I wanted to show to my mother. So I showed the Hypo Center, which is really in the middle of nowhere if you look at it. And I was telling, I'm a big history buff, so I really love telling the stories. I was telling the story of the Japanese marine engineer who witnessed both bombs. Not that lucky. I mean, he was lucky to survive both bombs, but the story is he went on a business trip to Hiroshima when the bomb exploded, and 2-3 days later then he went back home in Nagasaki, where he explained to his colleagues what had happened, and they were like, no, you saw something. It's not possible. And at the same moment, they say that the second bomb exploded in Nagasaki. So it was like pretty terrific. And the thing when you come here, especially when you see the dome, it makes the things. It makes it concrete. The explosion. It's not just something that happened. You can see it the building that still they still stand. I know they sort of reinforced the structure for it not to fall apart over the years, but I mean, for us, it's also important to understand there's like a whole historical context. I'm not going to go into detail, neither politically or anything, but it's just also you ask the question if it was necessary or not. Yeah. And obviously, depending on the point of view, you can have a different opinion. But it's still something tragic that happened, and I really love how they put the origami as well. We went to the garden. I think it was closed, but there was like the school, and they put also a statue of this origami. I think it's an important message as well. I think it's important when witnessing something like this that peace is important. But then there's also this thing where I come from Switzerland. I come from a neutral country. I mean, you can say anything about what's happening, what happened during the Second World War, but mostly we were not throwing bombs at people. But even as a Swiss, I'm still like affected by what happened here.
Because the nuclear is dangerous. That's why you kind of.
I mean, nuclear bomb is dangerous. We can have a whole talk about nuclear energy, because the thing is that it's a really good alternative that is not polluting that much. But when it goes bad, it goes really bad. Right. That's it's like the balance of, I mean, if you have wind energy, well, it can fall and kill some people, but then it doesn't bring that much energy compared to nuclear power plant. But yeah, I mean, it's a debate that we should all have. In Switzerland, we're pretty neutral on a lot of questions. We're like, no, we're going to listen both arguments, and that's how our political system works as well. Switzerland, we take a long time to take a decision, but then when you take a decision, everybody is sort of happy. I think history is super important, not just to understand what might happen, but to understand what happened actually, and to be informed. That's something that is really important. Now, I've just read before you arrived about I forgot the term, but the people who got injured during the bomb. They suffered a lot of discrimination, but not because people were just bad against them. It's just because most people ignored the effect of radiation. Like, for example, people would not marry someone who got injured because of radiation, because they were afraid that the baby could be malformed. But there's no actually proof that it might have happened. So I think it's always important to be less ignorant and always be curious and discover things, even if sometimes it's not nice things and it goes against our opinion. Sometimes it's still important to like be confronted, have our opinion confronted. That's also something that is really important.
You know very well history. What the things that you started to want to learn history? Are there any specific?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be an archaeologist. But then I was so bad at Latin that I went with math and physics, and then I became a game developer. So, but it's still like this sort of route where history, when I was a kid, was something really important for me.
That's why you know.
That's why I know. And of course, obviously, when I love a country, I look at the history, and I know a bit of history of Japan. The Sengoku Jidai, for example, the Meiji Restoration, and of course the Second World War. A bit less recent history. I don't know that much how the government system works, for example. I like also how politics work, but I know only the bad story in politics for Japan. So when the politicians have to bow, and that's the stories I know, which is not that informed. I don't have the big picture of politics currently in Japan. But yeah, of course, I love the Studio Ghibli animes, for example. I really love those. When I was a teenager, I watched a lot of manga and animes. A bit less now. I'm more into classical literature now, but I still read also Japanese author, of course. But yeah, history is something that I truly enjoy. You see, every week I see my episode. It's every Saturday. So today there was the last episode with the siege of Budapest. So you're like, whoa, discovering whole new things about the Second World War.
And then last question. So I think right now we still have like a war, like Ukraine, Russia.
Do you have Yemen as well? You have there's probably 5 to 6. I don't have all of them in hand, but yeah, there's a lot of war.
Do you have any opinion or message for that?
I mean, as a Swiss, we always try to ask for ceasefire, for peace as well. But we don't have that much power as Swiss people. That's something we understand pretty rapidly. Is we can have opinions. We can say those people are the bad guys. Those one are the good ones. I think in the end, when you have war, you have bad guys on both sides. You have innocents on both sides, unfortunately. I don't say that one side is always bad, but one side could be a bit more right than wrong, but it's always a bit gray. And my message is always for ceasefires and peace. Currently now is the Gaza Strip that is completely razed, and the world is witnessing that. And I think some opinion are changing as well, because we see a lot of innocent people getting bombarded as well. Bombarded as well. So what was right one day, the day after was not that right anymore. But I try not to give too much of my opinion. I keep it for myself, and I'm always trying to listen to both sides, even if sometimes it's really hard to listen to one side. But the thing is, I can't do much to change this. I can just try to understand also the historical context behind it, and not just be ignored. Because it's easy to see the news and to be like, yeah, they're the right guys and they're the wrong guys, and I try to have more informed opinions than emotional opinion. Of course, emotion is important. And we should be revolted when innocent people get killed, with or without reason. But I'm not a politician, so I'm not taking decisions, and decisions have costs. And I hope we can have a world where we stop killing each other, and that we just love each one another, and being more tolerant and accepting each other. But it's not always going in this direction. Japan has been in a peaceful state for a long time now, like Switzerland. I've been Switzerland a bit more, but I hope we can have a peaceful world. That would be great.
Thanks for all the answers.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
Yay! Hope you enjoy this night.
And my holidays, that's for sure. I will enjoy it.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Bye.
What's your name?
My name is Herichi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And then where are you from?
I'm from Tahiti, French Polynesia. It's in the Pacific Islands, in the middle of between Asia and America.
That's really nice. Yeah. How's living over there?
It's really hot. The weather is hot, but you get like nice beaches, and also the people over there are really warm. So I think it's a comfortable way of living over there.
It's really nice weather in there.
Yes,
Good to
it's
live there.
like summer every day.
It's hot weather.
Yeah. But there's like a season at the moment. There's like storms, also a lot of rain. So we have 2 seasons. Whether it's really sunny and it's like summer, or it's really rainy and not good to go. Actually, it's at the moment right now between December and March, I think. So it's the hottest season, and also the most humid one. So it's not the
humid.
good. Yeah, it's not a good season to go over there. Yeah.
I see. By the way, what do you do for a living?
I work in tourism, So I work like for a traveling agency over there, and it's been less than a year right now.
Do you like it work so far?
Oh yeah, it's really nice because I get to travel a lot too and meet new people, so it's really good.
How do you manage like you doing travel and then working? Like,
Oh
I was
well,
wondering. Yeah.
it's really easy. Like you work to get money and then you travel. But if you can travel in your work, it's good as well. But since I cannot do both of them all the time, so I cannot get some time off to travel around. And it's my first time, I would say, coming to Asia, because I've been to South Korea in 2019.
Yep.
And also this beginning of the year, but it was for work.
So just earn the money and then just go for travel.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's the best way to do it, or else it's gonna be kinda hard, I think, because when you travel, even though if you try to travel like low budget, it's even for Japan, I think it's one of the most expensive countries in Asia to come. So yeah, you have to get a budget.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you're in Hiroshima, and then I think right now, like you're nearby Hiroshima Peaceful Memorial right now. So what do you feel right now? Or?
Because before coming to the memorial and also the atomic dome,
Yeah.
I was at the Hiroshima Castle. So I was like, maybe I should start by something I would say easy, you know. So I went there, and when I came here, I was kind of surprised because it's not that, well, it's a tragic event.
Yeah.
But it was not really sad, and it's more about we have to memorize. Yeah.
Memorize.
Yeah.
Memory. Yeah.
We have to remember about it, and I think it's a good thing. Also, over there's like bell piece.
Yeah, bell piece. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, it's a good idea. So people could commemorate the tragic event and doing something at the same time. And also there's like the fire piece, something like that.
Yeah, fire piece.
Yeah. So I think it's good. And it's not that sad right now, but it's a good thing to remember about it. Yeah. But it's always not funny to come here, to come to like, I don't know, tragic cities and also tragic in history in general.
Yeah.
I've been to Germany in 2017.
Right.
And I also visited like the victims memorial. So it was, at the same time, it's peaceful. I don't know if you see what I mean, but it's a good thing to come. Also, parents, I think it's a good idea for parents to bring their child.
Yeah, that's true.
For history and to remember. So in the future we don't do the same thing again.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing about war. Like everywhere there's like a war, even at the moment. So we should learn from this.
Right. Yeah.
That's about history. Yeah.
Thanks for that. Yeah. How did you know like these strategy? Did you study in your school or?
Yeah, we actually learned this
About
since middle school.
Middle school.
So I was probably 12, something like that. And actually, you know, when we learn at school, it's all about books. And we see photos and that's it. But then when you grow up and you kind of get your own money, and if you have interest in history and places and other countries, it's a good thing to visit what you learn at school, I think. Because actually the atomic bomb dome, I've seen the photos in the history book when I was in middle school. And right now when I see it in real life, I'm like, wow, okay, I've seen this. And next.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
But yeah, it's a good thing. I learned it in middle school, so it's a long time ago. But at the same time, today with social media, it's really easy to have access to information.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's just one Google search away from getting history.
Do you think any idea that we can maybe more bring peaceful things?
I think people should be more self-aware. I don't know about what is happening around them.
Yeah.
And also I remember the real history because I would say where I come from, we've been colonized, you know.
Yeah.
And at some point we had to, the colonizer always get to write the history. That's the thing. But when people get conscious about it like this, they are self-aware. I think we can get the truth from it. And yeah, in general, people should get self-aware. Like, and also to focus on what's important in life. I know it's going to get philosophical, but
right. That's
it's
true.
always about that. So yeah, we should teach our children, but also our parents, our sisters, our brothers, everyone we can get in touch actually. Yeah, to be self-aware.
Yeah, that's really good things. Yeah, to be more have people to aware of that. Yeah. By the way, thanks for all answer, and then I'm really happy to from your opinion.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy in Japan life. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。質問のご希望や動画の感想をコメント欄でいただけると幸いです。たくさんのコメントお待ちしております。チャンネル登録、応援お願いします。